everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partnered with Robert Miller and Son Furniture. My name is Drew Larison. This is MTM. Mr. Mayor, happy Monday. How are you?
Happy Monday. I'm okay. Still kind of bummed about the game Saturday night. They played their hearts out. It was a great season, fun ride, not just for them and their families, but for the fans and community. So kudos to Coach Peckinpah and the Kokomo Wildcats for a great season, a great end of the season. Sure, it would have been perfect to have come out on top, but still, no reason for them to hang their heads or
absolutely not
be disappointed. It's been great.
Yeah, it was crazy weekend. Saturday was really fun. Being there and goodness gracious, Kokomo came out.
You're not kidding.
Just thousands and thousands of people show up and be just as loud as a Ben Davis school who is playing that game in their backyard, being in Indianapolis. So, I mean,
borderline home game for them.
Yeah, it was really fun. But we'll get to more about that in a second. First, let's give a shout out to Robert Miller and Son Furniture, who is the partner for this show. You have the opportunity to save big on your next purchase at Robert Miller and Son Furniture by using one of the following payment methods. The Tax Time Savings Event allows you to receive 20% off when you pay with a credit or 12 months interest-free financing. Plus, you get an additional 10% off when you're paying with cash or check for a total of 30% off. This offer is only valid through the end of March, so be sure to stop in and take advantage of these huge savings before they are gone. To learn more, you can call Robert Miller and Son at 765-450-7254 or visit their store in 1540 East Boulevard in Kokomo, Indiana. Robert
Mad
Miller
savings.
and Son, giant savings. And you don't have to do much for it, too. It's pretty great. So, what's going on at City Hall?
It's kind of quiet. Spring break week, and so there's a handful of folks that have taken advantage of the opportunity and headed to hopefully warmer weather for them. It's not the best outside here, but still it's doing okay for a spring break week.
Sure.
Just kind of quiet. It's still anxiously awaiting for the asphalt plant to open so we can get going on some street projects that we want. But the crews are out still patching holes that we need. But just playing the waiting game to get on things for the spring.
Sure. Yeah, which it's coming. Yesterday was so nice. Took the top off the car a little bit last night for the first time in the year, and it's nice. Yep. I mean, it was classic Indiana. We had the little bit of the top off, but also we were pumping the heat all at the same time. But you take what you can take at this point of year. And I walked outside and the sun was coming out. Later in the evening, it got a little cloudier, which made it cooler. But the sun felt so good. It was so nice.
Oh, and then thunderstorms overnight for a little bit.
It stormed?
It stormed a little bit. I thought it did.
I must have slept hard. Not going to complain about that.
Yeah. But a nice lead into the weekend. We but we swore in 6 new firefighters, amazing firefighters to the Kokomo Fire Department. So heading in the right direction. But again, the whole catch-up game, I mean, by the end of the year, we may just net even. Still right around 92, 93 firefighters because we've got 3 retiring and rumors that there may be 1 or 2 more retiring before year's end after the contract's finalized this summer. So, we're ahead of where we were and we're making strides, and so we're getting there.
Gotcha.
So, love it.
It's a process. And
it really is.
I think I told you I got to go to the Grit Challenge,
yes.
Which is right before they get sworn in. It's kind of it's a low-key firefighter recital.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like, was we've done all the work because these recruits, they learn so much in these first couple months, and they did all the things.
Yeah, it's like a firefighter obstacle course for training that culminates all the weeks leading up to it, and then each one individually is run through the course. And those that are at the station, of course, come down and support them. Those that are off for the day come down and support them. Their families are welcome to come and witness it and support them as well. And it's really cool. I mean, former training chief Jason Braden is the one that kind kind of set all that up. Chief Sewell has continued to carry that torch training wise, and it's incredible. I love what they've done.
It was so cool. I mean, really, like they were dragging this simulated body through like up over obstacles, through like these tiny little like narrow passageways. They were like busting open like doors that were like made of metal. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was just
outside,
wild.
there was a nice light rain, but they still had to go out and do the scale the ladder up to the on top of the station to
that
work
ladder
their way back down.
Was
a little
bouncy,
slick,
is what I'm saying.
Because it was windy too. Yeah.
Yeah. It just the whole thing was amazing. Yeah. I sort of sat back and was just like, this is because it's like you understand and you know that these people do dangerous things and that they go in and are heroes, but like watching all of that and being like, that's amazing. These are people we know. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Welcome aboard. Love to have them.
And Pam had the opportunity a few years back to do like the rescue. What do they call it?
Fire Ops
101. You did that too.
I did that too. Yeah. Talk about an amazing experience. Just to get thrown in and all involved and just I mean, obviously everything wouldn't happen, as close to each other as they take you through for the day, but still just a great experience that they do.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk more about the state game real quick.
Sure.
Crazy experience for us.
Yep.
Specifically Brady and I, first time I've ever covered something like that. And we got there early, and from the media side, it was kind of nuts because there's like a fun little secret door that's just for media. There's like an elevator that's just for media. And then like you finally get through check-in, have to show your ID, you have to go through all these things. And then finally you're just kind of walking down this hallway. And then all of a sudden at the end of the hallway, you see like the entrance into the arena on the floor. And it was a really cool experience. We've covered sports not long, and be able to do that, that quickly into it is really fun. And I was sitting there at
right
the
down media row, man.
Media row. And then all of a sudden I look up and, oh, wait, there's Woodson, the IU basketball coach. Oh, wait, there's Tom Izzo, the Michigan State basketball coach. Oh, wait, there's Juwan Howard, the Michigan basketball coach. Oh, wait, there's Bruce Pearl, the Auburn basketball coach. And they ended up just sitting all right in front of me on the court side, which was really cool in the moment. But in hindsight, like kind of mean, to be honest, because like if these kids aren't feeling pressure already,
they look down there and
playing
see
in this arena of 15,000 people, it's so loud. Like this is the game they've been literally dreaming of since they were a kid. Oh yeah, we're gonna throw in like every important D1 coach right in front of you. Give them a suite.
No pressure.
Like put them up top or something like that. There was a really funny moment too, because they're all like very iconic, legendary people to me, right? Like they are upper echelon of basketball, and they're very serious men. They're here on business. They're here to watch these kids and maybe recruit some of them. And at one point, someone from the arena walks in with like a giant box and like starts handing out things to everybody on the front row. He was giving them lollipops.
No way.
Like literally Tootsie Pops or like Blow Pops.
That's hilarious.
So I'm like in the middle of this really intense game, and then I look down and all these intense, really strong, powerful men in my eyes are just eating a lollipop. And it was like the funnest little like moment of the night. But yeah, like you said, congrats to Kokomo.
Yes.
A historic season, whether you win it or not. Really cool to be there. And it was just tough, from the sports side. It's hard to win that important of a game, that big of a game, when you go 2 of 13 from free throws, when you have 15 turnovers, 8 from which came from your point guard. It's tough to do that, and it's a shame because a lot of the things Kokomo didn't do well in that state game is what they had been doing really well the whole season. But I mean, honestly, props to Ben Davis. They showed zero nerves. They showed zero scare in them at all. And like from the first play, they came out ready, and, fast, and they played hard. So, I mean, all props to them. Also, they were 33-0 in the season. It's a very historic season for them.
So,
but I don't know. A lot of the seniors, it was sad, but I mean, goodness gracious, they're in the history books. Yeah. Either way, Excellent. So, great fun season. Ride. It was a fun ride for sure. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Another story I want to talk about real quick is the construction on the SDI factory. The first beam went up.
That's right. And the second beam was up before we even left the parking lot.
Love to see it. You get a beam. You get a beam. You get a beam. That's basically what it is. They're the Oprah of beams out there.
But I tell you what, I mean, this construction crew, Yates Construction, who's the general contractor on it, I mean, they are helping Star Plus Energy, which again is the name of the joint venture between Stellantis and Samsung SDI. They are helping them walk the walk. I mean, when they said, back in May, we're going to be moving dirt in August 1, they were moving dirt August 1. When they said there's a beam that's going to go up, in early March, the beams are up early March. Yeah. So if you haven't been by, you can see it from me. I mean, the 352-foot crane that they're using to lift these beams and stuff. I mean, that alone, watching that come in and being assembled to be used is incredible as well. So fun stuff. They're plugging away, man.
Love it. Love it. That should be crazy. Like just to see all that go, like the construction and the outside, and get done quickly. Probably,
I mean, just week to week. I mean, you could go by there today and check it out, and then a week from now on Monday, go back and totally transformed edition wise.
Yeah, it's crazy out there, and it'd just be fun to see it all go up, and it's gonna fly by, and it's that factory will be up and running with 1,400 people, soon. So exciting to see that.
Get some housing thrown up that quickly.
Oh, yeah,
great.
I know, right?
So still working.
Can you imagine build a giant factory and then housing, is the hold up there. Okay. So that was exciting to see. And then also I want to talk about real quick, but before that, just a reminder, if you have any questions for the mayor, Chris, I see your question down there in the chat. If you have any questions for the mayor, we have some that we got before the show, but just leave it in the chat below. I'm going to be watching it. You guys see me on my laptop. I'll be pulling them over to my notes to make sure we don't miss any questions for the Ask the Mayor segment partnered by Lexi's Drink Barn. But also let's talk pizza. So we are in the final round, and Fire Pizza came back. They won it last year, and then their finals this year. And honestly, it's looking like they're going to win again because they are up strong, big on Pizza King right now. As of right now, it is Fire Pizza 69% to Pizza King's 31%. They're killing it. So we might have a two-time change.
Pizza King fans came strong. They came hard this year.
Really, I was surprised that
this is the farthest that they've gotten, and there's a reason why they're the king. So we'll see what happens overnight. They've got all the way until midnight tonight.
Oh, it's tonight. Oh, this is a big deal. It's tonight. Yeah. We'll have a winner tomorrow.
Yeah.
Love to see that. Well, yeah, because March is crazy to say this, but March is coming to an end.
Sure is.
Crazy to see
already.
What should we do next? If you could do a throwdown, what would you pick? We did a few last year. So we did pizza, tacos, burgers.
Yep.
What else did we do? Tenderloins. Tenderloin was a good one.
Yeah.
Is that the four we did last year? We do more than that. Right. Yeah.
I know we talked to corn dogs, but you really can't do much with corn. A corn dog's a corn dog unless you.
Well, I also think no offense to a lot of people, but I feel like a lot of them are just frozen and they fry them up. Corn dogs. Yeah.
And maybe you do hot dog.
Hot dog could be maybe, or a chili dog, coney, or whatever they're called. Yeah. Because those are a big deal. You've got a lot of people that say they have the best ones.
There's coney sauce. Yeah.
Cone Palace, B&K. I mean, a lot of people have those. That could be interesting.
It's true. Could
be. You? Got any ideas over there?
I want to do spicy food. That's like not necessarily like a genre of food, but like best spicy food in Kokomo. I would love to do that.
Should be interesting.
So just generally, I mean, something spicy in general, or something like a specific dish.
I think it could be a dish. I don't know. I just think that one would be really fun for spice lovers. I don't know.
Or is it time to throw in a dessert?
That's
true.
Best
ice
sweet
cream
treat, best ice
just
cream.
Dessert in general.
Yeah. What, Heidi?
Yeah,
Heidi's volunteering.
Love that.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that one. That could be good for this summer. That feels like a good ice cream spot too.
Yeah.
Like not just necessarily ice cream, because I don't necessarily believe there are 16 ice cream spots in town. Although I didn't really think there'd be 16 pizza spots, and I was very wrong.
Oh, there's a lot of.
I didn't think there'd be 16 taco spots.
Well, there were pizza spots in this year's throwdown that weren't in this one that were in last year. So I mean,
yeah. And ones that were in last year that weren't in this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of pizza.
And just like the pizza. I mean, you wouldn't think Ned's Corner Pub would have good pizza, but it was made to the Final Four.
It is a classic, and
so there could be coffee shops that have.
There were a lot of those tavern style pizzas that
classic Hoosier tavern style. Yeah.
Yep. Brady and Heidi and I went around with some of the team from Grissom, and we tried a lot of the tavern style pizza. Ned's was a strong contender.
Yeah. There's a reason they've, been beloved for so long. When my first big job, not a big job, my first big boy job, I like to say, was I was a internet marketing guy at Kokomo Auto World. And at least once a week, the guys in the showroom ordered a bunch of Ned's. And that's what was for lunch. So I mean, Ned's has been here.
Yeah.
Yep. They did well in the tenderloin throwdown too.
They do. They've got a wild tenderloin.
Yeah. Oh, they've got the classic, really big one. I mean, so Ned's is here.
I still say the sleeper, the surprise for me was Hideout Pizza.
Another one that's been a Chrysler spot for forever.
Yeah, it's this tiny little bar. I walked in at 10 a.m. Or they open at 10 a.m. We walked in at 11, and there were just people hanging out. It's like a neighborhood bar that you wouldn't think. And man, that was good pizza.
Yeah. So I mean, there are a lot of names out there that didn't make it this year through the seeding round. Pizza Junkies didn't make it this year. They were last year, as well as they weren't in it last year, but Home Run, what's it called? The new place on Apperson, Home Run Grill or Home
Plate.
Home Plate.
Yep.
I heard a lot online of how good their pizza was, but they didn't make it either. So I mean, there's
Lovers
so many
was
more.
Here last year, but they've since closed down.
Yeah.
So it was little change from year to year.
Yeah.
But again, Pizza King fans love it. I mean, this is, I don't know if it's a nostalgia or if it's a local thing. But people who love Pizza King, really love Pizza King, which was cool to see.
It's a nostalgic thing.
Grew up with it.
Bree always talks about, her family loves We Care. And they always say opening night of We Care, it's, the snack, what are they called? What's the popcorn?
Stuff
and the We Care snacks. And they always get Pizza King.
What's the other one?
Doodah stuff. And they always get
guys,
Pizza King.
those corn puffs. I know this is not what we're talking about here, but I had those caramel corn puffs this year.
Is that not one of these things?
Stuff and Doodah are different.
Oh.
Those are popcorn based, but then there's these corn puffs that taste a little bit like
like a cereal.
School French toast. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I've thought about them all year, and the greatest sadness of 2022, I think for me, was when I drove over to the We Care store thinking that I could get some puffs. And the lady told me that the last 8 bags, someone did a rush on them 10 minutes before I got there. So it's March and I haven't gotten over it.
First come, first serve. Hey, there's always next year.
So you know what to get me for Christmas next year.
French toast sticks, things. Love that.
Man. Oh, they're so
okay. Yeah. So that's happening.
Also,
Kokomo
Pizza King, good job.
Yeah, kokomopost.com/pizza. You've got until tonight to vote. As of right now, it looks like we're going to have a repeat with Fire Pizza. So congrats to them.
See.
But we'll make an announcement tomorrow. Who knows? Pizza King could come back.
Come back strong.
We don't know.
It's March Madness, baby.
We don't know.
Talking about March Madness, the Final Four teams this year, nuts. 3 teams that have never been there before. It's like a 6-3-9. I mean, it's just crazy what's happening. This is the first time there's been no number 1 seeds in the Elite 8 ever.
Perfect.
In the tournament. So nothing makes sense and it's all confusing. Welcome to life, so make sure to go to kokomopost.com/pizza. You can keep voting till midnight tonight. We'll announce that winner tomorrow. All right, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's get into the Ask the Mayor segment, partnered with Lexi's Drink Bar. And shout out to Lexi's. I had my Lexi's today. 44-ounce Coke Zero, sugar-free vanilla. It was good. It was really good. Call it the Drew. I think I'm confident enough. If you ordered at the drive-thru, they'll know what it is.
I think they do.
I've heard multiple people say they've done it. And by multiple, I mean my wife tried it, and it worked. So that was cool. I will say, I also have a salad that I order from Oscar's that's custom, and we're pretty darn close to if they just recognize my voice on the phone, they know it's me.
They know it's you.
Like I've said, it's my dream. I was a kid that grew up watching Cheers, and I've always wanted to be Norm. I just want to show up, and they know.
And they know.
Just my dream. Love it. All right, so let's get into it. The first question, and this is from Gregory on Facebook. I tried to follow up with Gregory and get some more details on this, but I don't know. We'll see. All he said was water problems still here. Gregory on Facebook.
Okay. That could be, there was the issue that was brought to folks' attention down south on Dixon near Park Road, where there was, due to an overflow and high capacity of water going to a lift station that has not been upgraded, and it was creating some unsanitary water to come up out of the sewer in that area and work its way towards the fresh water or the drain that goes into the stormwater. And so there were concerns with that. And yes, I mean, there are still issues down there. We've got the wastewater treatment plant, actually not just only looking at that area, but looking into the Timber Valley area and over in the Cotswold Hills, because a lot of things, that development, those developments continued without attention supposedly being given to the lift stations through that area. And so we're monitoring. We've got an additional pump working overtime, if you will, when we have rain events now, and so working toward a more permanent solution as we see how things continue to drain from other parts of that area with the amount of development there.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming that's.
I hope
the only
that's
water
what you're referring to, Gregory. Like I said, I tried to send him a DM and get more details. So if that is, well, there you go.
Unless, I mean, there's also at the intersection of Brave Court and Arrowhead and Indian Heights, there's been some standing water that has been an issue. I know, mentioning the asphalt plant opening, that there's plans in mind for addressing that intersection, if he's talking about that water issue. I'm trying to think what else has come through, email or messenger.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he responds.
So hopefully that's hopefully one of those two answered his question.
There you go. How about it? All right. The next question is from Ree on Facebook. What's the new installment beside Kokomo?
The new, so finally, this is 2 years in the making. So the city of Kokomo received a grant from Duke Energy, and it was to go towards a feature that supports renewable energy. And so it's actually a solar tree.
Solar tree?
A solar tree. So it almost looks like a piece of art, and which complements the art walk that we have along the trail in the downtown area. So it'll be a solar tree that has the outlets where folks can charge phones and such. And so we figured by
the trail,
by the Kokomo, if people are wanting to charge before they head out on the bikes, or it's right by the river walk if people need to go across the grass and charge during a concert. So that is a solar tree that has been partnered with Duke Energy with a grant that they gave us. Again, unfortunately, embarrassed to say, almost 2 years ago. So it's been that long in the design, but equipment is coming in, and so it's going to be an extra little feature as well as asset for folks to charge their devices as they're along the trail, catching a concert or getting ready to get on a bike.
Oh, love that. A solar tree.
Solar tree.
Love that.
Gotcha. Well, there you go, Ree.
Yeah.
Next question is from...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, next question from Sam on Facebook. The softball and baseball season is almost here. Any updates on the expansion around Championship Park?
So the expansion around Championship Park would be, I would assume, talking about the area to the east of Championship Park, but still within the west side of the 31. Still nothing yet. We are anxiously awaiting the Hankey Group, who owns that area and has established a planned unit development, which means they have certain standards within which they can design and such. But I know that that Hankey Group is also finishing up a lot of development down in the Noblesville and Westfield area around Chatham Hills, one of those expansions. And so hopefully with all the excitement up here, they'll turn their attention and start working their way with sparking some development up here. So we keep poking them, letting them know that we're ready to help in any way we can. But so far, nothing that we're aware of is in the works.
Okay, got it. Next question is from Tammy on Facebook. Can he tell us anything about what's happening on the north side of Center Road, just west of the roundabouts, and the south side of Jackson Morrow Park?
That is the walking path and bike trail that's being installed along Center Road. So it goes from Dixon all the way up to Pine Valley or Lucas Furniture and Cone Palace. So the trail will run along the south side of Center Road from Dixon to Park, cross over at Park, and then run on the north side of Center Road, again on the south side of Jackson Morrow Park, through the roundabout and up to Pine Valley. Or Lucas Furniture. So.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Next question is from Hannah on Facebook. Since there's so much construction happening in Kokomo right now, especially with all the new factories, what is Kokomo and the city doing to promote people to join the trades, especially since going to college has so heavily promoted in the last decade? There's now a lack of electricians, laborers, etc.
Yeah, I mean, doing what we can to help, because I know we've got a good working relationship with the trade unions, and so really whatever we can do to encourage the schools to continue the programming. Anytime that we're talking about or talking with developers and such, we boast the opportunities that Ivy Tech has with all of their programs. So just really anything that the trades need us to do to assist them, and we're not doing anything specifically going to the program or to the high schools themselves, and having workshops and such to encourage students in high school to consider the trades. But again, any way that we can. I know we've got an upcoming career fair out at Ivy Tech again this year, and it's April. Oh, he told me to remember April 12th, I
Aaron's
believe.
looking.
It's no, that's a Wednesday. So yeah, I think it's that Wednesday, April 12th from 11 to. Did I get it right?
April 14th.
April 14th.
11 to
April
3.
14th. 11 to 3.
Close enough.
So had a huge success with this last year. So partnering with Ivy Tech.
I might have lied,
IUK.
guys.
Oh, no.
You were right. It is the 12th.
Oh,
Okay.
Gosh,
If
what
you
a
want to know what it
roller
was
coaster.
last year, it was if you were looking for the 2022 date.
That's what we were
Yeah.
referencing.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. But no, you were totally right. April 12th.
April 12th. So Hinkstall out at Ivy Tech. I think there's over 40 employers that will have representatives there. And I know that the trades will be part of that. So opportunities there. But yeah, any chance that we get with students to encourage them to consider the trades, we try, because there's a shortage in
Giant
construction. So yeah, I mean, they're scrambling.
Did I ever tell you about the story of the kid I met at Menards one day?
No.
I changed a kid's life.
Yeah.
Changed a kid's
cool.
life. So we were at Menards, we were buying some carpet, and I was talking to the kid who was helping out. He's still in high school. I said, so tell me about yourself. Like, are you going to go to school, or what are you doing? He said, yeah, I'm going to go to Purdue. I'm like, oh, cool. What do you want to do when you grow up? Like, why are you going to Purdue? He's like, I want to be an electrician. And I'm like, no, like you just want to be like a normal, like electrician, not like, I don't know, something crazy electrical engineering or something crazy. Like, no, I just want to be an electrician. And I'm like, have you heard of the IBEW? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So I kind of like, Mike over there, the IBW is such a great guy. I've known him for a few years. And I kind of told this kid about the IBW and like changed his life.
Awesome.
Because like, hey, why would you go into debt?
Thousands and thousands.
Possibly
of dollars,
$100,000 in debt, or whatever his situation was going to be. Like, you could get paid to learn how
while
to
you're
be an
learning.
electrician.
Yeah.
Changes a kid's life. And like, a lot of people just don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know about those options and those situations in life. So I need to go to Menards, not because I need to buy anything. I just want to check up on him. I want to make sure he did
perfect.
it. Changed his life. All right. Next question is from Chris on Facebook, from the chat. Can we have a day to show awareness for autism in Kokomo, specifically for my fiance, he says?
if I'm not
Which it is Disability Awareness.
It's Disability Awareness Month, and we had the basketball game last Wednesday, and kind of the disabilities all encompassing. But I'm thinking that there is an Autism Awareness Month.
Oh, they get the whole month.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All things start.
It's April.
Get busy. It is April. Okay, so it's coming up
next month.
So there you go.
See, Chris, you ask and you shall receive.
Yep, done.
In expedited fashion, just in a few days.
Yeah, so that'll be nationally, and so yes, we will acknowledge it and encourage folks to observe it locally as well.
Nice, love that. All right, so the last question is, what's happening at the Kokomo wastewater treatment facility off of Old Park in West Markland? How long do they expect that to be reopened, or until that's reopened?
So everybody, I get that, with road projects and with the gas lines and such, but what's happening there? Just west of the roundabout. So the roundabout will still be open. The west side of Markland, there at Berkeley, will still be open to Eden's Way and into the Millbrook area, and for folks to get in and out of the housing. But what's happening there, it's part of the 20-year long-range control plan that was imposed upon the city, again, nearly 20 years ago, where efforts were required to separate the stormwater and sanitation. So the lines that were originally put in are combined, sanitation and sewer, and so part of the plan to separate those is requiring a rather large line running from the wastewater treatment plant down past UCT down to Foster Park. And so, not looking forward to that aspect of it, but this is the initial that line that's or pipe that's going to be laid there underneath Markland, because as many that have been up and down through that area have seen, there's a rather large hole that has been dug, and unfortunately we were in the process of building the facility to start to receive this next this load, if you will, of sanitation line that contamination was found. And so EPA came in, they had to remediate, had to dig a lot of that up, as opposed to just putting that somewhere with the level of contamination that was discovered, we had to truck it up to Michigan where it was incinerated, which added millions of dollars, unfortunately, to the project. And so with that remediation coming to a close, we're ready to go ahead and lay that initial pipe that will then continue for the next few years down towards Foster Park. But that initial laying of that pipe there at the west side of the roundabout, they're projecting around 6 months. So it'll be closed through the summer. Fingers crossed that it'll be done sooner than that. But I think the initial thought or the word was that we'll just have folks plan on having that short section west of the roundabout closed for about 6 months, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Well, those are the questions we had this week for the Ask the Mayor segment. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat here. And we'll get that for next week's show, which I won't be here next week. So you're probably stuck with Bree. Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry. It's rough. I know. So I won't be here next week. So Bree will take over. I'll make sure she sees these questions if there are any, but also we put out something on Mondays. What?
That's
is she
true.
also gone?
Yeah, remember we're canceling next week.
Oh.
Next week is
joking.
off.
Yeah, I was just kidding about Bree too. That was just a joke.
Joking.
About,
it's an early April Fool's.
I got you good.
Got you good, but we will see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. If you have any questions,
in
just
2
lay it on.
weeks. So in 2 weeks, then that would be the afternoon.
That would be
the afternoon before the State of the City that night, April 10th. So
we get a preview?
Maybe a preview of the State of the City.
Do you want to just like live for our review? You can do the whole thing, like a run through. Perfect. Love it.
Does that get live broadcasted? To social media?
No, we did the first year because of COVID, but it is it's taped but not run live.
Can it be?
Probably.
That's better than a no. Anyway, so if you have any questions for the mayor, like I said, just leave them in the chat and we'll get it in 2 weeks, the day before the State of the City. So love to see that.
The afternoon. That's the state of the city that night.
Hours before.
My goodness.
Breaking news, hours before the State of the City, we get to sit down with the mayor for an hour. Okay. Anyway, you got a dad joke for us? Or did you have something?
Can I tell you guys a dad joke that our son told me earlier? It's
please
the cutest thing I've ever heard.
A son joke.
A son joke, yeah. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
A fish with no eyes. Only a fish?
That's good.
That is very
That's
good.
my boy.
That's good.
I
love
genuinely, I LOL'd.
Do you have one? Can beat that?
I don't know that I can beat that. That's classic. But no, you see a lot of people, sporting beards. I mean, Matt Barlow's like the beard king.
Oh, for sure.
Joe Martino has probably the coolest. So a few years ago, I thought, well, I'll do it too. It was No Shave November, and it's I grew a beard and I didn't really like it.
Was it itchy or
no? But it grew on me.
Okay.
It's funny.
All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this week's
See,
episode.
I told you it wasn't better than
Jude's wins.
Jude's fish.
Jude's wins. All right. Well, thanks for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partnered with Robert Miller and Son Furniture. My name is Drew Larson. This is MTM. See you later, Kokomo.
See you, Kokomo.